there, and welcome back to Finding Wendy. Thanks for joining me this week again. And we're getting close to the 11-month anniversary of my surgery, only 3 days away. And so stay tuned. Today I'm going to talk about what I eat in a day. Finally going to do another one of those videos and also talk more about my weight. First, my weight. So as you all know, or maybe you're new to my channel, I started back in December 2017. I weighed 450 pounds. Oh my God. And then on February 20th, I started my month-long liquid diet on Optifast, and I was 400. Then on March 20th, I had my surgery, 2018, at Toronto Western Hospital, and I was 375. Last week, I was 249. This week, I'm 249. So guess what? I now have a 3-week stall. So here is the famous stall thing. So I've been online, and I've been chatting with some fellow Toronto Western Hospital Facebook group members, TWH, and they just say stay the course, stick to what you're doing, maybe up your calories a bit, and but a stall is completely normal. And so I'm in month 11 and I have a 3-week stall, and I actually, there was another member of the TWH Facebook group, and she said that she has been on a 3-month stall. So your body's adjusting. So the good thing is that I basically, as you all know, I write every day in my journal as much as I can about my progress. And I've also been keeping track of my measurements on my arms, my thighs, my stomach, my breasts. And so I've been keeping track of the measurements. And I thought, okay, last week, I didn't lose any weight, so I'm going to see whether or not I've lost any inches around anything, or centimeters. Here in Canada, everything is metric. I started keeping track of this back in October. So I do my measurements once a month. As you can see, I write it down here in my journal. So in the month of January, my waist, for example, was 144 centimeters. And a month later, in February, so January 13th, so February 13th, my waist was 126 centimeters. So 144 and then down to 126. So even though I didn't lose very many pounds, like I've had this 3-week stall, I'm losing inches on my body. And it's the same with my thighs. Last month it was 75 centimeters and now it's 71 centimeters. My arms was 40 last month and this month it's 36 centimeters. And my chest last month was 124 and now it's 120. So again, motivation, again, finding ways to keep you going. Even though it doesn't show up on the scale, it can show up in other ways, like measurements. So I'm just like, no wonder I bought a pair of 3X sort of track pants at Joe Fresh, and now they're too big, or they're falling off anyway on my waist. So luckily with track pants, you can just tie it up with the string. It'll make it a little bit tighter. So yeah, so that's my weight update. So stay tuned. So as I promised, I would talk about what I eat in a day. So I'm going to start off with first thing in the morning when I take a shower. I'm going to show you my shower situation and the vitamins I take, and then take you through the day. Hopefully I'll get this done by the end of the day and get it up on the internet by the end of this evening, so that I do stick to my postings on Sundays. So good morning. So I'm dressed, and where am I? I'm in my shower. I wanted to show you my shower because I have a little story about this great shower. So I'm sitting on my shower chair in my shower. Yeah, so this is my shower that I wanted to talk about. It used to be a bathtub. And because of the rules here in Ontario regarding accessible living standards. So because of the situation here, I rent my apartment here in downtown Toronto. And I used to have a tub. And it was getting so difficult to get into the tub for me. And a friend of mine who works at the organization called PWA, People with AIDS, he was telling me, he has a lot of clients that are disabled as well, and he was telling me about the accessibility bylaws in Toronto. So the landlord of a rental apartment must make your apartment accessible. So I contacted our management office, and as it turns out, they agreed, well, they had to agree, no choice, to convert my tub shower into a walk-in shower that is now accessible. And so it's a hand shower, as you can see, and has 2 security bars. And the security bars are great because, very smart, because they're made of a hard plastic instead of metal, because mostly you find metal security bars and they start rusting after a while, and these ones don't, of course. So it's very easy for me to just walk in to take a shower, and I sit on my, excuse me, still getting over my bronchitis here. So after I'm done my shower, I take my chair and put it here in front of my sink area so that I can dry myself off and start taking my morning vitamins. We talked about doing the whole vitamin ritual every day and using a thing called a habit anchor. So I'm going to take you through my vitamins. Once a week, I refill my pill box. So it's always on Sunday nights that I refill my pill box, and it's morning and evening that I have that I take my vitamins. So after I've dried myself after a shower, I take my vitamins. So it's the habitual anchor is the association with finishing, you're drying off with a shower and automatically taking your vitamins. So in the mornings, I take my, first of all, most important, multivitamin with iron. And this is a prenatal multivitamin, because prenatal multivitamins have a lot of extra iron. So if you don't want to have an iron deficiency, I highly recommend this brand. It's good and it works great. So that's prenatal multivitamin. Next, I take biotin for my hair. My hair has stopped falling out. So my hair started falling out around month 4 and stopped falling out around month 9. Then I take a probiotic. So every day, every morning and every night, I take a probiotic pill. And this is basically to keep your guts healthy, to keep you regular, but also helping with your immune system. You know, you're less likely to get sick. I've been sick once this year. So, and the probiotics, I think, are helping that. So then I take vitamin B12. Every other day in the morning, I take vitamin B12. Really important. Post-bariatric patients must take vitamin B12 the rest of their life. And these vitamins, by the way, you take the rest of your life. And so vitamin B12, that's once every other day. So in the morning and evening, I take glucosamine. So the glucosamine helps me with my arthritis, for bone problems, joint pain relief. I take it 1 pill in the morning and 1 pill at night. And that's all in the pill box. And then lastly, important, at night, I take calcium. And I still use the calcium chewies. For those of you who've had, or in the beginning stages of bariatric surgery, you remember the first month or 2 you had to take chewable vitamins, chewable multivitamins, chewable calcium, because you couldn't swallow hard pills yet. And I just sort of kept to the tradition of having chewable calcium, simply because they taste great, and it's like my little treat late at night, because I take it at night. And remember, never mix calcium with your multivitamin. The multivitamin and the calcium do not work well together. So you have to take your multivitamin in the morning and your calcium at night. And yeah, so that's it. So those are my multivitamins that I take every day, every morning and every night. And remember the habit anchor. So the habit anchor is I take all my vitamins using my pill box in the morning after I take a shower, and then at night before I go to bed. Just before I brush my teeth, I take my night pills. And so that's my morning ritual before. Welcome back. Here I am in my kitchen. So first thing in the morning is that I'm going to make myself a cup of coffee. So I put in half a cup of milk into my cup, heat it up in the microwave, and make myself a delicious cup of coffee. 30 minutes after I've had the cup of coffee, then I will have my breakfast. And my breakfast usually consists of one of these Greek yogurt snack packs. That's 100 calories. This one here is raspberry chocolate flavor, and that's what I have for breakfast. That's it. Coffee and one of these. That's all I have. All right. Coffee's ready. Still hot. So in 30 minutes, like I mentioned, I will have my Denon, and I will post the nutritional values. But here you can see. Let's see if I can get the English part. Oh no, à la français. We live in bilingual Canada. All of our products are bilingual. Every single package you buy in the store is in French and in English. So I'll post the nutritional values of this Denon Greek yogurt, but it's 100 calories, and it's 15 milligrams of cholesterol. Let's see, the fiber is 1 and protein is 7. I don't know where the carbs are. It doesn't really list the carbs. But anyways, Denon, they're delicious. They come in tons of different flavors, and they're very satisfying, and it's like having a piece of cake. It's very delicious stuff. So I'm really happy that I can have these every morning. So now I'm at my desk, and now I start my day. I work from home, and at the moment I'm designing a poster for a friend who is producing a concert in California. So that's the sort of thing I do as well. So I am a development director officer with the Mississauga Symphony, but I also do a lot of designing of posters and things like that. Okay, so I finished my breakfast and my coffee, and now I've been practicing for the last hour because I have a gig next week. I'm playing an opera here in Toronto called, with an opera company called Don Giovanni. I mean, the opera's called Don Giovanni, obviously, and I have to practice. I have to, practice the parts and get my lips in shape and stuff like that. And since losing the weight, I've been playing a lot more and enjoying playing a lot more with orchestras, professional orchestras here in Toronto. And so I thought I'd just play a little piece of Franz Strauss Nocturno. Hopefully I won't miss any notes. And by the way, the opera Don Giovanni was most famously, people recognize it from the music of the film Amadeus. If anybody's seen that film Amadeus, the father of Mozart was always this dramatic music. And at one point they were at a party and he was wearing a Venetian mask, the father, and the front of the mask was happy and the back of the mask was frowning and mad. So, it's this Don Giovanni, very famous music. Anyway, I'll play some Nocturno, which means nighttime. There is a little bit of my plane. So now I'm gonna go out, and after that I'll have some lunch. Okay, I'll see you soon. Okay, it's lunchtime. So I just thought I'd show you what I'm gonna be making for lunch. Today I'm just gonna have some scrambled eggs, and I discovered some, I usually have 2 eggs, and then I am going to have it on 1 slice of bread, and I discovered this bread that has, as you can see, 4 grams of carbs, 15 grams of protein, and 3 grams of fiber. So I have 1 slice of this, and it's 110 calories for 1 slice of this bread. And then I'm going to be adding some nice spices to my scrambled eggs that include some chives, and because I'll be hitting my caloric maximum for 1 meal, I have discovered maple bacon spices. So I'm not having bacon, but it's going to taste like I'm having bacon with this spice. All right, everybody knows how to make scrambled eggs, so I'm probably just going to speed up this part here. All right, all done. Looks yummy. So now I'm gonna enjoy some lunch. Okay, so I'm, because of the time constraint I have for today, I'm gonna be eating my dinner quite early because I have a choir rehearsal. So I thought I'd just show you quickly what I'm gonna prepare later on today, just so that I can get the video in and edit it all together before I go to my choir rehearsal. Quite simple. I'm gonna have leftover chicken, so I'm gonna have this 1 chicken leg right here. So I buy one of these grilled chickens, and it takes me 4 days to finish it. And then I'm gonna have it with some tzatziki sauce. And I just recently found this at my local grocery store, Loblaws, riced veggies. So that will be my dinner. So I'll probably have half a cup of this. And then later on tonight, after dinner, I will have one of these protein bars from Pure Protein, which has only 2 grams of sugar. Yeah, so that's going to be my dinner later on. All right, it's 10 o'clock at night, and I'm going to have my last snack. And tonight I'm going to be having an apple with some Activia vanilla yogurt mixed with a little bit of cinnamon. And I pair it on my handy dandy I also wanted to, I forgot to mention that I drink 3 of these bottles every day. It's just water, but I sweeten it with this lemonade, no sugar, Country Time lemonade. You just squeeze the drops into the water, and I usually have 3 of these a day. I can't drink just plain water. I have to have a flavor in it. So yeah, that's it for today. So that's basically what it looks like. So it's apples with activity of vanilla, flavored yogurt, and cinnamon. And it's delicious. And I'll post the calories. And by the way, the apples that I use are called Honey Crisp. And they're delicious and nice and crunchy. And it's best to keep them in the fridge. Videotape all your meals. So that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed this week's installment of what I eat in a day. I'm not going to stand on my scale at all this week, and somebody suggested that I don't stand on my scale for a month. That maybe that would be a little bit more motivating. But anyways, I have compiled a list together of all of my NSVs in the last 11 months, and I'll talk about that in my next video. So thanks again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you next time at Finding Wendy. Bye-bye for now.